I forgot to say yesterday that before Final Jeopardy, Rob had to get all three clues in order to be around for Final, and he nailed all three of them, which was good for him, but of course it didn't matter in the end because he was out of contention either way. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm William Weyser, and tonight we saw a really exciting game because we had the return of James Holzhauer, and everybody was happy to see him again, and even I was excited as well. And as you would see, heading into final, James predictably has the lead, and it's a runaway with 30,309. That truly disappointing 1109. I love you, James, and your humor. Lindsey has 10,800 and Alan has 6,000. Not much for me to do tonight. James doesn't need to do anything because he's got a semifinal spot locked up. Alan probably needs to go all in to try to maximize his chances of a wild card. And Lindsey depends on how she feels about the category. Now, this game is kind of similar in terms of the highest scoring player among all 15 players, and the guy in the middle named Alan, A-L-A-N, is the exact same situation as in the 2017 Tournament of Champions, when two players in the third game of the quarterfinals who would eventually be the runners-up in the finals in that TLC were Austin Rogers and Alan Lynn. And you would think that Austin would be the one with the runaway, but instead, surprisingly, Alan was the one with the runaway. But Austin still got final right, and he bet it all correctly, and he finished in second place in the wildcard race, which is good for him. And Alan also got final right, and obviously won his quarterfinal game and advanced to the semifinals automatically. And you know the rest of the story between those two. So, not much for me to do tonight, and let's see what happens. Alan wrote down who was the one who sang at the Lincoln Memorial. Hilarious, but either way, it's gonna cost him $5,999, and that leaves him with $1. Lindsey got it right and wagered 3,200, just enough to get her above the 13,601 total, but she doesn't know that, of course. And James also got it right and wagered a big $326 and said that this was Kathy's birthday. Who's Kathy? You tell me. But either way, that brings him up to 30,635, and James Holzhauer is through to the semifinals, and everybody's happy with that, and so am I. So, we know that James is joining Gilbert and Drew in the semifinals automatically, but now it's time for the all-important wildcard race. For Lindsey, with 14,000, it's good enough for second place in the wildcard race with 14,000. Kyle Jones is still in the lead with 16,800. Rachel is now in third place with 13,600. And Aniki is in fourth place on the bubble right now with 4,799. Which means, unfortunately, Rob Warman and Alan Dunn are officially eliminated. Or in other words, they're done. So, we're now ready for tomorrow's game with Josh Hill, Eric R. Backus, and the lady that defeated James Holzhauer in Emma Betcher. So we'll see if the Claws are out to get the two E's, or if Emma will be looking one step closer to playing against James again, or same the other way around. And also tomorrow we'll have two more eliminated players, but we'll also have our first two wildcard spots clinched for the next round. Those two spots could be Kyle and Lindsey, or it could be one or two of tomorrow's players. Who will get those spots, and who will be the fourth player to advance automatically? We'll find out tomorrow on the Final Wager. Bye, everyone.